Mr. Steve Weinberger.
Thank you, David.
Derek's legs are popping right there.
In numerical order: Derek, Brandon, Andrew, and Samson.
Just going with 4. They're gonna move these guys around. You already know. And I'm curious to see like how these guys actually look after, I'd probably say like what, over an hour?
Yeah, it's been a little
Yeah,
break.
it's been a little bit.
Samson and Andrew switch.
Yeah, they're getting right to it. And that's what we want to see.
Gentlemen, front double bicep.
Yeah, Derek has not lost anything from last night.
But as you can see, Samson actually looks a lot tighter.
Yep.
We usually judge Samson by the leg quality, right? Like, so you're talking about from the hip on down to teardrop and now sweep.
Side
See the
check.
striations in that? And here we go from the side. And this is where Derek shows off those glutes and hamstrings. He's got to sit on that. Yep, just like that.
There's striations in Derek's chest. They're such a step up.
Yes. And maybe that was due to the fact that maybe he was pulled a little too tight. And this new combination of fullness, I mean, we're able to see this in its back shot.
Yeah.
Derek Lunsford is shining through.
Back lat spread.
I'm hearing a lot of Derek Lunsford. Does that mean we're the table's tipping to that side?
You know, you want to say that because of the conditioning, especially from the rear. But you also got to look at Samson's quads from the back. I mean, they're, I don't want to say twice the size of Derek's, but they're pretty massive. This is a fight.
Yeah.
It is.
Dominoes and thighs.
Now, if you're Samson, you want to strike that quad right there because you have the advantage of the bigger muscle and striations in those quads. You got to show these judges what that is.
Yeah.
Like even in this most muscular pose, I have him winning that shot right there.
Yeah.
And see what he did? See what Samson's doing?
Still out there.
That's right.
Bought himself an extra 5 seconds.
That's right.
Sean, William, and James.
So what is this? 5? You think this is 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yes.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for Sean Clarita to actually get in that 5th spot.
Hakeem and Sean switch.
I don't know if anyone from that first group, such as like an Andrew Jack, would get bumped down. But we'll have to sit back and see.
Look at Akeem, second from right. Yeesh.
Front lat spread.
Those arms are serious, man.
Kid you not.
See, it's kind of strange to me with James. He's in such good shape, but you can't really see the separation in his abs in a lot of those front shots.
Yeah, he's washed out right there. But from the side, he looks great. Like, look at that side chest.
He's in such crazy shape. It's weird.
And again, we said this last night, you know, we're talking about, you know, digestion when it comes to eating all that food to make those muscles actually pop. That can blur out a lot of definition in your abs.
Back lat spread.
But even James in that back double bicep, I mean, the traps are actually striated too.
Who y'all leaning towards for that 5th spot between Hakeem and William?
Well, you got to look at William Bonac in that back lat spread.
Yeah, I'd say I'm leaning towards Bonac.
He improved even from earlier tonight. Again, I always look at seeing how the legs are popping. See how William right there?
Muscular.
It's crazy how that wasn't there last night, but they are tonight. And even that crab most muscular with William. That's a good shot for him. You can see the muscle quality in the chest. And
That's my favorite shot of his.
Yes.
William and Hakeem switch.
All right, we got movement.
But this is where if you're William, you got to stay on those quads like that. Like, you got to stay on those quads in these shots.
Front lat spread.
James is starting to spill just a little bit. You
Yes.
could tell that he was carving up pretty hard probably, and now, yeah. these confirmation rounds that, hey, I've been there, guys. I mean, it's you're under these hot ass lights as well, and then just the pressure, and you're squeezing every fiber you have just to strike these poses. Yeah, look at William.
Yeah.
Glutes, hamstrings, calves, the outer sweep, even from the back.
I do see here where Clarita is struggling with the size difference because your eyes are kind of drawn away from him and you just look at these other guys and kind of forget he's over there.
And that's why they do have different categories. But you know what? Props to Sean because he did slay some big giants tonight.
Abdominals and thighs.
And he deserves to be in this call out, you know?
Yeah.
If these guys didn't bring it tonight, I think he was a lock. We don't know. Maybe he does get fit.
Most muscular.
Williams getting harder. So is Akeem. I don't know what these guys did during that last hour. I'm like, did you guys steal my notebook?
Patrick,
What's going on?
Justin and Carlos.
It is interesting how Bonac looks so good in that crab, and some guys, it's just not a good pose for them at all to do it like that.
That's why there's, you know, you got hand clasp most muscular, you got the crab pose, you know, you got hands on hips like what Derek was doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Carlos and Patrick switch.
it's definitely something that you got to figure out which one is your best shot. For me, it was always like
Hand clasp.
I had all three. I wanted you guys.
I saw that.
I made sure they got served, like all three, you know. But those are weapons. Like those are those shots. That's why I love having the most muscular pose to be the last one. Is because what if someone else can't do the pose that you can do? You know, you have a variation, so that's when you get to use it as your advantage.
Side chest.
I always liked your hands clasped the most. I always thought it showed off your width a little bit.
Back double bicep.
Yeah, for me, it was always like trying to hit that pose because of Kevin Levrone, you know, Flex Wheeler, those guys that, you know, they didn't have like the mass like a Ronnie Coleman had. And I, for damn sure, was never 300 pounds, so I always wanted to make sure I had those round delts and arms. And
the way your triceps looked in that variation of the most muscular, it just made them look really good.
Side tricep.
well, I appreciate it. But with these guys, you know, we're seeing lack of conditioning in the lower half, and then this just comes down to a little bit more diet. You know, even from the front, I mean, if you're looking at, I mean, good Lord, look at those squats on Carlos. But at the same time, you know, you can't lean on that as feeling like, oh, I'm
Your
ready.
favorite most muscular.
I always blame Dorian Yates and Rich Gaspari for the glute conversation. You know, that's during their era. Like, if you didn't have it, like, you're going to have a problem.
Back in line.
So for anyone out there, you want to win a show, you got to have those glutes and those hamstrings ripped.
Carlos looked a little upset there.
Well, you know, he should be. And that's okay.
Brandon and Andrew.
All right, we're breaking it down.
So we're going to get that top two.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So we're looking at 3 and 4 right here.
So I'm curious to see what Brandon Curry does right here because, you know, he has the most experience.
Front double bicep.
See how Brandon got in that pose quicker? That's a great shot for
Front
Andrew.
lat spread.
If I'm Andrew, I want to get in that shot a little faster. There you go.
Side chest.
And this is where I would like Andrew Jack to sit on those hams a little bit more. I mean, I get that he's so
Back
freaking
double
tall,
bicep.
but it wouldn't hurt him to do that.
Yeah.
Back lat spread.
I think if Andrew ever dials in the glutes and hamstrings, he's going to be very dangerous. Just the width from the back. Once he starts really dialing that down, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
But right now, we've been saying that for quite some time. I mean, we're at the point now where it's now or never. You know, we got to see this. He needs to have a little bit lower lats as well because when you're going against even Brandon Curry, I mean, it starts so low at the waist. This is a great shot for Andrew Jack.
Your favorite most muscular.
Do you feel like he's fading a little bit here, Andrew?
He is.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back in line.
And this comes with experience, you know, like when you have like an hour, you got to start going to these expediters saying, when are we going
Derek
on?
and
When are we going
Samson.
on?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, and then there was two. This is the one that we wanted to see, guys.
Yep.
How many rounds? 1 or 2 that they're going to
Two.
do? I think 2, right?
I'm thinking 2.
All right. This angle is a little different. We were seeing them
Yeah.
more head on. I
Yeah.
kind of like this angle that they're going with. You can see the 3D. Like, look at the quads on Samson compared to
Front
Derek.
double bicep.
It's funny, the 3 and 4 had the same color trunks. And these two had the same color trunks. Like they're trying to get apples to apples.
Front lat
Yeah.
spread.
I'd give the front double to Samson.
Yeah. And you got to go from the ankles on up. I mean, like right here, this is a
Side
different
chest.
Samson Dowda from that we saw last night.
Yes.
Now the side, we're going to see awesome detail from Derek Lunsford.
But just that fullness of
Back double
Samson's
bicep.
chest is hard to beat.
It's very hard to beat. And what we're going to see right here in the back shots,
Back lat spread.
Man, Derek really nailed it. He looks.
oh yeah.
Side tricep.
And it's interesting because you can almost see them neck and neck with these
Yeah.
shots. It's like, oh, well, you got the back shots, I might have the side shots, I might have the front shots.
Yeah.
And this is a shot here where I believe I go with Samson on just because of the sweep of the quads.
Have we ever had a tie?
Your favorite most muscular.
Not here.
Can I make a case for it in 2025?
There is no such thing. They're going to pose them down over and over again.
I prefer Samson's
Relax.
most muscular
Yeah.
here, too.
Yeah.
Switch sides.
Switch
See?
sides, see?
We're calling it.
Don't go too far now, Samson. Like, you got to
Front
inch
double
up a little bit.
bicep.
If I'm Samson, I'm moving that right leg a little bit over. But again,
Front lat spread.
you can see that Derek's kind of rushing into that shot right now. I don't know if that's fatigue. You start to see
Side
like his
chest.
legs get a little, and we're nitpicking the hell out of this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back double bicep.
Usually when you rush into shots, it's because you're tired. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, and during these back shots, this is where you got to get your air and reset.
Back lat spread.
And see what Samson just did? He
Just
switched
switch
legs.
those legs. I'm trying to tell you, real
It's
smooth.
movement. It's
That's
movement.
Right. That's right.
Look how big his
Side
legs
tricep.
from the rear. I almost need to see
And he's
another back.
performing
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he is.
He's
knows.
like he's doing a routine
Yeah.
right
Popping it.
here.
That's a good shot for Samson right
Elbows
there.
and thighs.
I just always end up staring at Samson's quads.
Yeah.
I stare at Samson's quads and Derek's
favorite
glutes
most
the whole time.
Yes.
Well, it looks like one of these two gentlemen will be walking home with $500,000 in the next 20, 30 minutes.
And I'd say at this point, it's kind of a coin toss.
Yeah.
See
That's
how
what I'm
Derek's-
saying, the tie.
It looks like Derek's legs are fading right there.
Derek, you guys got one more in you?
That's right. There you go.
Front double bicep.
If they run him through another one, I'm looking at Derek's quads right now. You're starting to see a little water coming out right there.
Do you think that's why they're doing another one?
Side chest.
You think they noticed that?
I think they did. Last night that helped Derek. Right now, I don't know if this is helping Derek
Back
right now.
double bicep.
Samson's actually a lot more fired up. The width of his quads.
Side tricep.
Look at the energy right there. This is awesome, man. This is freaking bodybuilding,
Yeah,
guys.
you can
This
almost
is-
feel the hunger through the screen.
You can see the striations in his chest. We're talking about Samson right there. You see Derek breathing a little bit. Hit him most muscular,
And
guys.
for the last time,
Come on now.
hit your favorite most muscular.
Let's go, Derek. Let's go, Samson. Show him what you got.
Crowd is going crazy.
Oh, that is popping. Oh, man. Samson Dowda with the killer crab shot. Whew.
I would not bet money on this one.
Not at all. Okay.
Man,
See, you're starting to go to my Tide talk, aren't you?
man, let's go. Pose it down. Let's go,
The crowd
Steve.
is on their feet. They are flexing their
Got the
crowd.
crowd,
Muscles
got
too.
the crowd in the most musculars.
Got a little mini pose
And
now.
you got to be pissed if you're these guys on the side, man.
Yeah.
You're like, man, what about me?
Andrew looks kind of pissed.
Andrew Jack looks like he's ready to walk.
And you know what?
All right, DJ Columbus, you know what time it
Here
is.
we go.
Gentlemen, for the title, pose down.
Now, here's the thing. If you're Derek Lunsford, run over to Samson right now and don't just focus on a back shot. Hit him with 1 or 2 shots that he can do, and then make him do that back shot.
And
We already know you won that shot. You got to have one of the other ones.
Look at Samson. He's going far right.
He's like, hey, I'm Mr. Olympia too, man.
Who's going to join him?
And then here comes the big man.
Oh, there he goes, Samson. There we go. Now he's coming back far left.
Almost feel like he might have had to. Did he grab it?
We can feel the bass from this pose down right now.
This is awesome. And I hope they keep it going.
Yeah.
Get Derek Lunsford. He's trying to find out where's Samson. That's where I want to be.
If you're Samson, move him out of the way. You're 300 pounds. And see what Carlos did? He said, I'm going right after the champ right there. Oh, this is a good shot with Sean Carita and Samson. Oh, man, goodness.
Here you go.
I love it when these guys mix it up like that. And for the people at home, a lot of these guys are going to be on the road throughout the remainder of this year. They train together, actually. They eat together in different countries. But tonight, there ain't no friendships right now, man. This is $500,000 on the line. Look at Brandon Curry say, oh, no, we hitting this shot together, bro. Come on now. Yeah.
I'm tipping the scale towards Samson Dowda right now. Just
look how thick his chest is and those arms. This is where you got to command the audience. You got to command the internet. You got to command everybody that you're the champion. And yeah, I get it. You don't want to chase someone, but you're chasing a check of $500,000, man.
Columbus, what do you guys think? This is your 2025 Arnold Classic pose down. These guys absolutely crushed it. And we are going to see these gentlemen back in just a little bit for our awards presentation.
so the work is done. It is now up to the judges. When we return to Columbus, we will have the awards across.
Can you just give us quickly your measurements? What is your weight and what is your biceps, your chest measurement and so on?
Well, it was enough to win the Arnold Classic, I'll tell you that. This is a bodybuilding show, as you know, so I wanted to bring my best look, and I think we did that. We accomplished it. I played to my strengths, and I just want to thank my whole team. I got Chris Aceto behind me. I got my wife, Jelson, and my daughter, Evie, and I got a whole team of people. Matt Grego, who competed, got third in the Classic Physique this weekend, and I have just so many people I could thank, but I'm the guy that's on the stage, but there's a whole team behind me, and so I want to thank them personally, and I want to thank each and every one that has come out tonight. I heard it was a sold-out arena tonight, and I just want to thank all the bodybuilding fans, not just the ones that support me, but the ones that support all bodybuilding in all divisions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.